Hi, welcome to RCKicks. On today's show, well, we're kicking off with all things RC news. And the big one, yes, it's the 60th 2022 Shizuoka Hobby Show. And yes, Tamiya and Kyosho were showing off all their latest and greatest stuff. So we're going to cover all that in this episode. So yes, it's that time again where we get to see lots of cool stuff from the likes of Tamiya and Kyosho. Now we kick off with Kyosho and one of my all-time favourites, so I'm super happy to see that we're getting an update, and that is the Fantom. Now I have turned into a big fanboy of this and I love driving it. It's beautiful to drive on the track. Well, the good news is we're now getting the Fantom EP 4-wheel drive CRC-II. What's the difference, I hear you cry? Well, looking at the body, not a lot. Yes, the decals and the color scheme is different for the box art, but really it's when you turn it over. Now this is a fixed axle car, but on the new one it is a floating rear pod. So I will be getting one on the show 100%, as I just love these little things. That one will become my shelf queen, and this one will just stay as my driver, as it's got a few battle marks and I just love driving it, and I hope to get it back on the track soon. One thing I really hope that we see is the H2RD did a carbon chassis upgrade for this one, so hopefully we'll see the same for the CRC-II. And in the release images of the CRC Fantom, there is a new motor. Yes, big fan myself. Personally, I do collect Kyosho motors, even the ridiculously overpriced brushless ones that you see here. Well, the good news is we're getting another, the 240 Gold, which is basically the livery of the old version, but now updated to be brushless. These are beautiful quality, but you do pay a big premium for them. Not only are we getting a new Legendary Series Fantom, but based on the success of the Mad Van, we're now getting the Mad Wagon. Yes, it is a whole new chassis on the KB10. Something I've been looking to get on the show for quite a while, but it never really happened. The original Mad Van, then the brushless Mad Van, and now we have the Mad Wagon. So at some point I must get one on the show. My only concern with these is that they are very fast, but the bodies are beautiful, so whether they're going to last, same sort of problem that I had with the USA 1. But I guess I should just hold judgment, get one on the show, and then find out for myself. Now, quite a few of you have asked me to get a Fazer Mark II chassis on the show, and I am a little bit partial to the 1969 Camaro, as well as the GTR. The GTR really does it for me. So at some point I will definitely get one on, so we can take it for a spin and have a really good look at the amount of detail that you get on these bodies from Kyosho. And another release from Kyosho is the 2021 Toyota Tundra wide body. Cool, that's a bit of a mouthful. Now this is a very aggressive looking car. Comment below if you like that kind of thing. Me personally, can't say I'm overly sold on it. Now, one release I am sold on is the Land Rover Defender Mini Z. Now, there's two versions that have come out. There is the autobiography, and then there's the Heritage Edition. For me, I like the Heritage Edition. It's really pretty. And the only reason I don't have it on the show is in the UK, they're just so expensive. They're very hard to justify for a 1/27 scale. In America, you can pick them up for a hell of a lot less money, as well as other places around the world, so it's a bit of a shame. And last but not least, from Kyosho is the update on the Mid re-release. We've all been patiently waiting for it, and personally, it is the release of the year so far. Unless Tamiya pulls something out of their pocket that blows us all away. Now, we've all placed our orders and we're all waiting for them to arrive, but delivery times seem to have slipped further and further. But I checked today, and currently the ship is supposed to dock and they'll take delivery in France on the 17th of the 5th, 2022. So then you can expect a little bit of delay as they're split up and they'll come to the UK. Currently, it still says that the delivery date in the UK is the 26th of May. So fingers crossed we haven't got much further to wait. Now we turn our attentions to Tamiya. Now, to be frank, we've seen most of it already, so there was no massive surprises, but we did get to see some more in-depth detail. One thing that was a bit of a surprise and was good to see was the GR Supra on the TT02 chassis. Now, not for the chassis, obviously, but that body set for me looked really nice. And I've been looking for a body set to put on my first drift car that I've got. Now, I love that look, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to buy a body set of the Supra, and I'm going to put it on my drift car. I've already placed an order for it, but when we're going to get it, I honestly don't know. Now, another car I'm personally excited about is the Mercedes-Benz C11, and I've got some good news. Well, if you're in the UK. Turns out that the C11 kits are already in the UK and are in the warehouse waiting to go out to the resellers. Now, the official release date is the 25th of the 5th, so we haven't got long, but they're basically sitting there waiting for us. So it looks like this is going to be one that we actually get on time. Now, I did hear that unit sales are limited, so if you haven't got one of these on pre-order, I would desperately try and grab one while you can, as I'm not sure when we'll see the second batch arrive in the UK. Also on the stand at the show, Tamiya was showing off the brightly coloured Jagermeister Alpine A110. Now, I must admit, on the MO5 chassis, it's one I haven't got before, and it's growing on me. I almost bought the blue version, but I'm kind of thinking, maybe I will get this one on the show. Comment below, let me know, would you like to see it? Also, we get to see more details of the CC02 Land Rover Defender. Now, I have a CC01 Defender, and I must admit, the body is beautiful, but on the CC01, well, the chassis is just not as good as the CC02, as I'm a big fan of that chassis. But personally, having that I've got a CC02 and a CC01, and I've got the Land Rover Defender, there's no point me getting that on the show. But if you are partial to the Land Rover, I can highly recommend it, as the CC02 chassis performs way better than you might expect. One body on the CC02 that definitely grabbed my attention was the new Bronco. Now, I have to say, I am a bit of a fan on this one, so whether I'll end up getting a body set for it, I honestly don't know. I'll wait and see if they become available in the UK, and then whether I'll end up getting one to put it on my G-Wagon Mercedes-Benz. The grille at the front, highly detailed, and I must admit, they have done a really good job. Is it as good as the TRX4 version? That I don't know, I haven't seen them in real life, but it's good to see that we're getting more and more coming out on the CC02 platform. Now, one that Tamiya seem to keep re-releasing over and over again is the Tyrell P34 1977 Formula 1 car, you know, the one with 6 wheels. Now, we've seen it come out again and again, and we're getting it yet again. Now, it's been one that I've known about, obviously, but never really that into. I did actually get to see one in the flesh at the RCKicks meet last week, and I must admit, it did change my mind, so I probably will end up getting one on the show. One thing that I really loved about the older one was the wheels and tyres. They just looked perfect. Now, the re-release is coming on foams, which is a bit of a disappointment for me. So whether I'll pick up a vintage one or I'll bite the bullet and get the new re-re one, I honestly don't know, but it'd be a nice thing to build on the show as it's a little bit different. Now, for all you Tamiya rally fans, yes, we have the Xvo2 Pro that's coming out. Now, I'm not planning on getting one on the show as it's quite an expensive kit. Well, unless you really want to see it. If so, comment below, and then maybe I'll decide to splash that kind of money on it, as I have quite a few rally cars in the collection currently, and maybe I could spend that money on something a bit more vintage. Anyway, comment below, let me know what you think. Now, the ETA on that car is the 25th of June, so we still have quite a way to go. Another car that seems to have disappeared into the ether is the Thundershot. Yes, the Thundershot. The one that was supposed to be coming out weeks and weeks ago is still missing. And as far as we know, the ETA is currently the 15th of June. So in the UK, we just have to wait a little bit longer. So that pretty much covers most of the RC cars that are coming out from Kyosho and Tamiya in the next few months. Is there anything that you would hope to see? Like maybe the Falcon? Would we ever see that? Maybe Tamiya? We'll just have to keep our fingers crossed. Anyway, thanks very much. Please like and subscribe. And if you could hit that bell notification, as for some weird reason, YouTube doesn't seem to want to tell people when my videos come out. Unless you've ticked that box saying you don't want to be informed. Well, anyway. Thumbs up, thumbs down. See you on the next one.